Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a video of Gilbert Arenas saying this.
Yeah, there's elite, but then there's another level of elite in our league of what players look like.
And what's so funny is the media tries to shorten it.
They do.
They try to shorten this gap like it's this, like, oh, he's the best player in the league. Not even close. Just stop it. So this gap is so big, but you're trying to always replace the next person by putting it back. Like his work, I can look at his game and say, he doesn't understand basketball yet. He plays the sport. He won a championship. Cool. He doesn't really understand how to be great, how to be better, how to train his body. Like, you know, I'm looking at the stats. Oh, playing 32 minutes, 34 minutes, 30. I'm sorry, but to be here, you have to train your body to at least 38 minutes and above.
Now, I don't know the entire context. I don't know 100% of the context of what they're talking about. I don't have like the whole segment of whatever they were talking about. But it seems Gilbert Arenas and Phil Handy were talking about how there's still such a big gap between LeBron and everybody else in the NBA. And then it sounds like Gilbert Arenas brought up Giannis. We don't know 100%, but it sounds like he was talking about Giannis. And if he was talking about Giannis, this might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard about him. And we know the ridiculous things that have been said about Giannis through the years. He doesn't understand basketball. He plays it, but he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand how to be great, how to work on his body. All you have to do is look at a picture of Giannis from his first year to right now to disprove the body part. But Gilbert Arenas has actually said something like this before.
What does Giannis need to do to win the championship?
Learn how to play basketball, dominates the ball, and he's playing one style. And that style is, I'm gonna try to take all the big men who can't move off the dribble, year on to the step, and get some dunks. That is amazing during regular season, right. But when that court gets small, you cannot do that anymore.
That clip is from 2020. Basically, what he goes on to say is that all Giannis does is run and dunk, and run and dunking won't win a championship. That's what he meant by he needs to learn how to play basketball. As of 2020, he was right. Giannis had not won a championship yet at that point. But as we know, in the very next playoffs, he has a great playoff run, all-time finals, and a 50-point game in Game 6 of the finals to close it out, making almost every free throw. And so that 2020 clip became invalid, debunked. But it seems like Gilbert Arenas still feels the same way, that Giannis doesn't understand basketball like that. In 2020, it was he needs to learn how to play. Now that he's won a championship, he concedes, okay, he can play, but he doesn't understand it. And since he can't use championships as his argument anymore, now he turns to minutes per game, saying that the top of the top level players play 38-40 minutes a game, and Giannis can't do that because he can't take care of his body, so he's not a top of the top level player. One look at a picture and that's disproven. But using minutes per game to downplay someone's success is absolutely crazy. The reason Giannis doesn't play 38-40 minutes a game is not because he's out of shape and he's incapable of it. It's because he and his team are so good, they end games by the end of the third quarter or early in the fourth quarter. They end games early so he doesn't have to play big minutes. He and his team are so good, they dominate the competition in 3 quarters or less. That's why he's not playing 38-40 minutes in the regular season. But wouldn't you know, in the playoffs, when the competition gets tougher, he did have to play 38 minutes a game. And wouldn't you know, 2021, averaging 38 minutes a game, he won a championship, won Finals MVP. And so Gilbert Arenas acting like him playing more minutes is the next step for him to become close to being the best player in the league or something like that. That is just crazy. I wonder if he feels the same way about Steph Curry, because since 2015, Steph Curry has never averaged more than 34 minutes a game in the regular season. In the past 7 years, he's done all his work in an average of 34 minutes or less. Why is that? Because the Warriors end games in 3 quarters all the time. But does Gilbert Arenas think it's because he's not in shape? Because he doesn't take care of his body? Even though Steph runs miles a game off ball. Because he ain't playing 40 minutes, he clearly doesn't take care of his body, and he's not on that top tier of players. Y'all hear how crazy that sounds? I really hope Gilbert Arenas was just exaggerating to prop up his guy. because Gilbert Arenas loves LeBron. If you've heard clips of his podcast, he loves LeBron. And then the other guy in the video is Phil Handy, an assistant coach for the Lakers. And so hopefully they're just trying to prop up their guy, even though you don't need to spew nonsense about somebody else just to make your guy look good. So if Gilbert Arenas still thinks Giannis, after a championship, still needs to learn and understand basketball, then I don't even know. And that's another thing that really has me scratching my head. Gilbert Arenas just pushed the fact that Giannis has a championship to the side. He won a championship, cool. He still doesn't understand basketball though. What? You said the same thing before and your argument was he didn't win a championship, and then after he won a championship, now you're just saying, okay, cool, but he still doesn't understand basketball. That is very weird to me, how Gilbert Arenas is seemingly acting like his championship means absolutely nothing. But hey, we don't even know if he's talking about Giannis for sure. It's very likely, considering minutes per game lines up, and they were talking about the top tier of players and the best players in the league. Some people in the comments were saying you might be talking about AD, but AD is not in the best player in the world combo right now. Giannis is. And also the fact that on Shannon Sharp's podcast, he said almost the exact same thing, and it was explicitly about Giannis. But even if it's about AD, saying he doesn't understand basketball and doesn't understand how to be great, I disagree with. The body part, okay, fine, maybe if it's AD. But saying AD doesn't understand how to be great, I think that's false. But it is what it is. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this. Check out my other videos, and I'll see y'all later.